everyone, this is Rajat from Boots and Crampons, and you are watching our weekly Insta Live session that we do every Thursday um, with new guests. And for today's conversation, we have with us Amit Musafir. May I know if this is your surname or just a title that you have given to yourself? Because a lot of people do, and that's totally acceptable.
Yeah, that's a title that I have given to myself, and that's what I've
That's
earned over the years, Rajat.
awesome, awesome. That is an amazing title, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, so Amit is an IT professional and an avid adventurer. Last year, he has done Mount Kun with us, which is a massive 7,000-meter peak. Right. So that is also the focus of today's session. Right. So BNC does a lot of expeditions in India, and one of the highest ones that we do is Mount Kun. So that's going to be the focus today, and it requires you to really give your 200%. And Amit would know it better than me because he has done it and I have not. I have only read about it, so I'm just going to try my best to make up the conversation. All right. So let's just dive into the topic. But first, I would like Amit, you to introduce yourself a bit better, so that I personally and also the viewers who are watching this right now have a better idea of who we are talking with here. So yeah, so now I'll let you just introduce yourself and also share with us what all have you been doing here.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah,
be great.
sure, Rajat. Thank you so much for walking me through the boots and crampons and the entire journey. It's been pleasure. It's been almost 3 years. I'm associated with boots and crampons, and it's a great journey. It's a great organization. Especially my career. Since being from the IT background, I'm an IT professional. From the background, so currently I'm working with Wipro as a senior manager. It's been 14 years in the industry, Rajat. So, though this passion for the mountains, started way back in 2011,
Hmm.
it's been, almost, I would say 12 years of journey now. I'll be completing this year, and 3 years with boots and crampons. So,
Awesome.
yeah. So this will be so I've already completed, three back-to-back expeditions with boots and crampons, and looking forward, for the future expeditions with boots and crampons only because, this is such an organization that, I love to, associate myself with for a longer period of time. And, see, I belong to a small town, Ambala, which is located in Haryana. See, basically, I'm from Chandigarh. We are settled in Ambala, and we are a family of 4 people. And in my entire family, frankly speaking, nobody, nobody even have went to such heights that I have, achieved in my life right now. My parents, my colleagues, my friends, they have really inspired me a lot. Everyone around me, they have inspired me a lot for this entire journey, which I have achieved from the last 12 years of the mountains. So, this is all about me, Rajat. Frankly speaking, if you ask me about my mountains journey, as I said, it's already started in 2011 way back. When I started, going for the smaller tracks, starting from the 2000s, then 3,000 meters, then
Hmm.
eventually 4,000 and 5,000 meters. This is how my journey has been started way back in 2011, and this is all about me, Rajat.
All right. So, like a lot of mountain enthusiasts do, they sign up for a basic course or an advanced course later on in order to gain that on-ground knowledge, ground zero knowledge, in order to climb a higher altitude peak successfully. So, have you done that too? Have you done the courses, or it's just the in-hand experience that you've had till now?
See, I have only in hand experience, frankly speaking. I hardly get an opportunity to go for the see basic mountaineering course. For the advanced, I hadn't get a chance to go for the advanced mountaineering course. But for the basic,
Hmm.
frankly speaking, I have covered all the aspects of having the basic mountaineering course since I've started my journey for the mountains in 2011, Rajat. So I'm looking forward for both the courses. See, for this year, definitely I've planned it out for
Hmm.
BMC and AMC. I'm looking forward for it. Definitely want to add, accolade or kind of, appreciation into my profile for BMC and AMC so that I can, achieve more in my life. Yeah, yeah.
I think you will be the only person in the batch if you go for BMC who has already done a 7,000 meter.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
That,
They'll be like, why don't you teach her? Why are you coming here to study?
yeah, yeah. That's a,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah. So, is Mount Kun the highest peak that you have climbed till now, or you've gone even higher?
No, no. That's this is the biggest achievement till now.
Hmm.
If you should talk about my entire mountain journey, Rajat.
Yeah.
7,000. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and in terms of technical peaks, technical expeditions, what other peaks have you climbed, if I may ask?
Yeah, so see, with boots and crampons, if you ask me about, see, I started my journey with boots and crampons in 2019 only. So see, since
Hmm.
boots and crampons had started their journey only, so I was the first person with boots and crampons who went to Mount Everest base camp. Okay,
Hmm.
so see, 5,000 meters with boots and crampons, and that too with Mount Everest base camp, and that too was the first group. So I'm lucky that I was, I was in the first batch of expedition for boots and crampons for Mount Everest base camp
Hmm.
summit, and that too was, a bit technical, frankly speaking. Since I'm coming from the 3,000, 4,000 meters, so entirely, that experience is totally different from what it was in Mount Everest base camp when I was going through the this journey. And apart from that, last this 2020, I submitted. So in 2020 was Mount Everest base camp, and 2021 was UT Kangri, again
Hmm.
6,000 meters, and now
Hmm.
in 2022, last year, I have achieved this Mount Kun with again boots and crampons organization, and under the leadership of Romil Bathwell. So he's an amazing person, frankly speaking, Rajat. He has inspired me a lot. Now he's a role model for me. Same as Bharat.
Definitely.
They both are really awesome on their job, especially Bharat. He's somebody who has started their mountain journey can look up to. He's an amazing person, Bharat, and again Romil is an amazing leader. So if you ask me about the technicalities, the mostly the Mount Everest base camp, it was less technical. More technical was the UT Kangri, and now the Mount Kun. It was more technical towards the journey. Yeah.
Yeah, right. One thing I totally agree with Bharat sir and Romil sir. Looking at them, I feel like there is no particular predefined way that you can follow in order to achieve your goals, in order to achieve your dreams. It's just that you have to, make up your own way, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessary that you must do courses or walk on a path that has been told by someone.
Hmm.
You can just walk on alone and still find your way. Right. All right.
Yeah.
So moving ahead, I had read it somewhere that the best way to learn about literally anything is to perceive it in a form of a story. Right. So in order to learn more about Mount Kun, I'll say it very honestly, I know almost nothing. Right. I have read about it. I have the knowledge that I must have, but since I have not climbed it, I can't just I can't tell how it really is to climb on it. Right. So today I'd really love to hear from you, from your perspective. How was your climb? How did you prepare for it from the very beginning till the very end? Just whatever comes up to your mind in a form of a story. Like how did you go about it?
Yeah, yeah.
Your expedition on Mount Kun.
Sure, Rajat. So see, I've never planned for it. So see, every
Hmm.
expedition I go now, I never plan for it. Though we need to plan the things before we go on the journey. See,
Hmm.
this was something which I planned. For UT Kangri, I prepared myself, but I have not planned for it. See, for Mount Kun, I planned and I prepared myself way back before going to this 7,000 meters. You know, because see. if you have a great leader like Rommel, he's a big inspiration for me. He's always been there for me. He always taught me that what we should do or what we should not do while preparing for 7,000 and 8,000. The preparation for this Mount Kun started way back, 6 months back, I would say. September, in August 15th, we have submitted. I have started my journey in 2021 for the preparation for Mount Kun, and starting from the running marathons, daily, on daily basis, kind of running, being the daily fitness and all. Concentrating on the diet plans. It's really important. You being a mountaineer, you need to concentrate on your diet plans as well. So before, yeah, it's been 6 months. I really focus on myself, on my diet, on my fitness. I have keep on running myself on the marathons, most of the marathons events and all, what helped me out, frankly speaking, Rajat, is the most important thing was the yoga sessions. So continuously, I have been involved in the yoga sessions for quite 5 to 6 months, and before going to the Mount Kun, it helped me out a lot during the journey. So I was really prepared for it before going to to this expedition, which I thought it going to be a very challenging for me, because since I am coming from that background for 6,000, suddenly switching from 6,000 to 7,000, again you have lots of challenges to face. So yeah, so if you ask me about my entire journey for Mount Kun, the total days we spent there for approximately 21 days that we spend in Mount Kun. So again, if you ask me about how we have started those days and journey, so if somebody asks me that how you rate this Mount Kun, it's a kind of challenging, it's a moderate, it's kind of difficulty level is too much, since it's a technical expedition, Rajat. Okay, so we have team of 10 people that we have started our journey from different parts of I would say different places from India. See, I'm from this North India, Ambala, Haryana. I was the only person from my state, from my district, who is representing from Mount Kun. Okay, and we have people from Delhi already, and we have some army officers. Again, the great leader like Rommel is from the army background. Okay, and leading from the front, right? And many people here, one of the girl was from Gujarat, and and different people are from the south end only, right? And we have team of combined people who belong to south, north Gujarat areas, different from different parts of the country, basically. Okay, so it was very great to interact with these kind of people. They have different passion. You get to know about these people and all. So our journey started basically. I still remember on 30th we started 30th July we have started from our hometowns. Then on 1st of August, we boarded the Leh flight, and we never know that we met new people. It will be a new challenging journey for all of us. So basically, if you ask me, so the best time to travel for Mount Kun will always be between July to August, Rajat. Okay, so the weather is too good. You can go there, and you can so there will be challenging places, but the best month to go will be the July to August. So since we have, as I told you, we have team of 10 people, so from the different parts of country. So apart from the 10 people, we have Sherpas, we have porters, and we have the guides. So I was amazed to see one thing, Rajat. The guides, they were really amazing. I was never expecting such caliber and capable guides. Again, they have submitted the Mount Everest 10 to 11 times. Somebody who has submitted Mount Everest 10 to 11 times, they are really best of their job, kind of, and
of course.
and the guide which we have, I still remember his name. His name was name's Dorje. He belongs to Darjeeling. He has submitted Mount Everest approximately 9 times, and he was the award-winning guide. Garud award-winning guide, and and he has assisted us a lot during the expedition and all. So if you ask me about the journey, I'll can I take you for the journey? Do you have any question, or we can take the
Yeah,
question
yeah,
here?
sure.
Yeah,
Whatever comes to your mind. How are
yeah,
you comfortable?
yeah. So I was telling the guide name. So Nims Dorje was the guide, and there was one
Uh,
more guide who was whose name was Purshamba. So Purshamba,
okay.
he belongs to Nepal, and he also submitted Mount Everest 6 times. So see, the person who has submitted Mount Everest 6 times, see, and who has assisted their clients 6 times, or 10 times or 12 times. So
Mm.
you once you enter into expedition, you really feel motivated, because you have the people who can
Yeah,
motivate you to achieve that goal that you're looking for, right?
right.
Okay.
It's the company that inspires you.
Absolutely, absolutely. See that the guy, the name's George, he has assisted. See the ITBP people, the army people,
Mm.
the Navy people to the Mount Everest summit. So it was a big, it was a big thing for us, because such guys with us for the Mount Kun expedition. That was a huge plus
Mm.
for the entire team. Okay. And so the day one we have started, we arrived in the Leh. I still remember that we arrived in the Leh. We stayed in the hotel. So we have a very good warm welcome from the Boots and Crampons team. Rommel sir was already there. He was welcoming us, with the Sherpas and all. And we have the people were waiting for us to come. We landed in the Leh airport, and we have luggage with us. People have really assisted us very nicely. Rommel was there to welcome with us. We reached the hotel, right, and we stayed there in the
Mm.
hotel overnight. I still remember that. We have very you know good chit chat about all the things, and we see some of the people have arrived on the same day. Some of them arrived next day also, depending upon their schedule
Mm.
of the flights and all. So we started
Mm.
interacting. We had a very good dinner in the Leh, a local Leh sea hotel and all, and we explored the Leh market next day. I still remember that. The day two was kind of local sightseeing in the Leh. We have lots of monastery that we have visited. So since
Right.
since you are from the Boots and Crampons, Rajat, you remember that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. See, Shanti Stupa is a kind of it's a perfect place for Boots and Crampons to have a sightseeing. Yeah. Okay. So it's been this is a third expedition for me from Boots and Crampons team, and they always took
Mm.
me to the Shanti Stupa. Shanti Stupa is a place.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
whichever expedition we are kicking off from Leh now, we always go to Shanti Stupa.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very, see, it's a very peaceful place, and the kind of you can stay there for quite a while.
Uh,
You can have the feel of the weather, and acclimatization is very important when you are there in Leh, right? So
yeah, definitely.
suddenly from 20-25 degrees temperature, you are going dip from the 4 degrees, then minus degrees in the night. See, you need to cope up with all the things to have the
Mm.
local to use to the weather and all, right? So the day two was kind of local sightseeing, local A market. We really explore local A market. We have lots of we have seen lots of things in the local A market. We met lots of people also,
Mm.
and the entire team was really enthusiastic and very excited for this expedition, Rajat. I still remember that we 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 as an entire team sit with Rommel and in the center of the place, that is Leh market, and we really have a very good food, and we chit chat a lot that how we are going to plan this entire journey going forward, right? So that was a day two. I still remember, and then day three was, see, from day three we started from Leh to Kargil, and from
Right.
from Leh to Kargil, it was really kind of very very beautiful journey. See, lots of when you are going towards from Leh to Kargil, na, so you see the Indus Valley from your right or left, and wherever you're going. See, and you can see lots of monasteries which are coming on the way. Like I still remember one Alchi monastery, right? So Alchi
Mm.
monastery, we went to Alchi monastery also. It's a very peaceful monastery. You can sit there, you can spend time, you can pray, you can have your prayers sitting while sitting in the monastery, right? You can feel really enthusiastic while sitting on that monastery. Very peaceful place to sit. And while going through Kargil, you can see the Nimmu. So Nimmu is a kind of a small place where you can you can stop there. You can have your food. You can sit together with the team. You can chit chat and all. Right? So day three was kind of thing, right? We went to that monastery along with that Indus Valley, and that Nimmu village. It's a very small village. We interacted with the local
Mm.
peoples. We visited the monastery. We had prayers and all. We clicked so many photographs. I still remember so many photographs for that in that monastery. Yeah. So we headed towards.
Yeah.
So I still remember we headed towards Kargil, and overnight we stayed in Kargil, Rajat. And
Mm.
in Kargil, again we were welcomed by Boots and Crampons team, and they have prepared delicious food for us. See, when we are staying with the team and see in the same hotel, and I still remember some of the people, they missed their flight. Well,
Mm.
some of them they are coming from Bangalore or Delhi, all these places due to this weather and all. They missed their flights, or something happened to the schedule and all, right? So they already directly reached, to the Leh, so to the Kargil, sorry, from Leh to Kargil. So we met them in Kargil only. There were, I believe, only four people in Leh hotel. We met rest of the people we met in Kargil, fortunately, Rajat. And
Mm.
once a team is together, they are sitting, they are chit chatting, and and telling their experiences. I'm really surprised to know that people were really enthusiastic and motivated for this Mount Kund expedition, and the background they're coming from were really amazing to know about it, Rajat.
Mm.
Some of them was full marathon runners. They have achieved a lot, again, like they have achieved lots of in mountain climbing, knowing their experience, knowing about them, where they are coming from, so all these things happen when we are staying in Kargil, and in Kargil, next day in the morning, we had a climb, I believe. I still remember we had a climb for 3,000 something. We climbed in on the same day for kind of training kind of thing we did
Mm.
during starting while starting for the Mount Kund expedition. And we came back to the hotel overnight. We stayed in Kargil. Again, we started from Kargil to Shafat. So from Kargil to Shafat, it's again a very, very, adventurous journey, Rajat. So Kargil to Shafat, the roads are really bumpy, and there were landslides on the way. I still remember,
Mm.
yeah, there were a couple of landslides on the way when we coming back. When we heading towards, there was no landslide, but again, it was a good weather. I believe the temperature was 2 degrees or 4 degrees. I still remember that. So we stopped on the way. I still remember the place. From Kargil to Shafat, it's a 5 hour journey, Rajat. Okay, so total,
Mm.
so we need 5 hours to reach. We took, I believe 6 to 7 hours, because we stopped in between. We clicked lots of pictures. We had food also with the team. So there is one place, Rajat, on the way to Shafat,
Mm.
where you can see Mount Kun and Mount Nun. Okay, so
Mm.
that is the only place via road where you can see both the mountains together, right? So
Okay.
we stopped our vehicle, and we clicked lots of pictures, and on the way there was some document formalities and permissions that we need to go through, and we crossed that barricade, and then we reached to Shafat. Then on Shafat we had overnight tent, Rajat. Okay,
Mm.
so that was day four that I'm telling. So overnight we stayed, and and we met our Sherpas, our guides, who were already there on Shafat, right? So they reached before us, Rajat, and
Mm.
they were preparing food. They have already placed tents for us, the camps for us, and they have really welcomed us as a team, and
Mm.
it was really good that they have prepared food for us, snacks for us, just to take care of ourselves. That each and every team member should feel like home in Shafat, right? And we stayed there in Shafat for overnight, I believe. And the sound of that river, Suru River, in the night was
Mm.
really amazing, amazing. Uh, we had a camping along with the Suru River. So overnight it was a great experience. We slept very early, I believe, at around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, because we have to start our journey next day in the morning, early morning.
Mm.
So towards the base camp, from Shafat to base camp. Okay. So from Shafat to base camp, we started around 8 o'clock in the morning. So we had our luggage, the backpacks with us. but the rest of the backpacks that we were carrying, it was with the horses. So the horses will see horses assisted us from the Shafat Nala and till
Hmm.
base camp. Okay, so till base camp, say from Shafat to base camp, horses assisted us for our luggage. But after that, it was all solo. It was all solo.
Hmm.
You know, we never
Yeah,
believed
mules
that.
can't go
Yeah,
ahead, no?
yeah, yeah, horses can't go ahead. So horses has
Hmm.
limitations to go till base camp. So, uh, so,
Hmm.
so when we started our journey from Shafat Nala, so there was a bridge. I'll tell you. So there was a
Hmm.
bridge. It was kind of very shaky. It was a oldest bridge in Shafat. Uh, I
Hmm.
don't remember the year. See, it was 40 years old bridge. See, 40, 50 years old bridge. It was still there. There was kind of we were really enjoying to to cross that bridge, and it was started of the journey was really good.
Was
And in between,
was it a wooden kind of a bridge?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
think I have seen those photos.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it looked really great though.
Yeah, yeah. So it was tied with the cables, but it has the
Huh.
wooden planks and all. So
Hmm.
you need to walk through the wooden planks, and
Hmm.
it's a really, you can see the entire valley while standing, in the center of that bridge. So on the left hand
Hmm.
side and on the right hand side, you can see the entire valley of you see entire this Suru Valley. Okay, so it's a really
Hmm.
great experience. We started our journey, and fortunately, I'll tell you the see it's a kind of laughter thing, and it's a very great thing that we reached before our horses. Okay, so
Oh,
yeah, so we so we
how's
reached
that?
before.
That never happened.
Yeah, so it happened because see, we were waiting for our horses. Somehow, some these pottlers and all, they have some
Hmm.
something to do in the suffer times. So they started late. Okay, they started a late a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, but fortunately, see, we reached on time at around 4 o'clock in the base camp. But I'll tell you, the journey from Shafat to base camp was really amazing. We have
Hmm.
trails. We have meadows also. Meadows also we have very hard mountains to basically cross those valleys, the Shafat Valley and the Suru Valley, right? And and we reached the
Hmm.
base camp approximately next day, I believe, day 5. We reached to the base camp, and we have entire evening to the base camp. Uh, See, we already see that the cooks were already there, and they have
Hmm.
served us the soup, and the rituals that we have in boots and crampons to to have these maggies, the soups, when we reach over there,
Hmm.
right? And the hot waters, hot water with the honey is the forte of the boots and crampons team. So
Yeah.
it's really amazing to,
Yeah.
yeah, to serve with all these things, once you reach that height. So it was, I believe we reached at 4,300 meters when we started with 3650 from Shafat till base camp. So it was kind of 4,300 meters that we reached. And overnight we stayed, Rajat. I still believe, I still remember that. So entirely we had food at around 7:30 or so. We reached at 4:30,
Hmm.
and we had a food approximately at 7:30. The food was really amazing. See, I cannot imagine. See, at 4,300 meters, if you are getting
Hmm.
the tawa chapatis, if you get proper salads, you get the proper vegetables, over the top, you have the Swedish, like you have the gulab jamuns, you have you have this kind of the custard, the kind of in the sweets,
Hmm.
all these things. I was not expecting such a hospitality from Boots and Crampons team, but since I'm associated with Boots and Crampons team, I know that they'll provide all these things, and they will have the amazing cooks, as I expected. The cooks were really amazing. They have given us the food that really, that was really energetic. That really inspired us at this height. If you're getting such a delicious food now, it's really inspired you to achieve what you're looking for, Rajat. Okay.
When anyone has ever asked me like what's the USP of boots and crampons, though there are a lot of things, the list is very long, right? the safety and the experience and everything,
yeah,
it makes up to the list.
yeah,
But what I personally feel, and with a smile, what I personally say is always the food. Wherever you go, whether it's an expedition in Ladakh or it's in Manali or anywhere, the food is unmatchable at PNC. That's something that I can say
yeah.
with utmost honesty and
Y-
truthfulness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
So
that's a
I'm sorry for breaking up your story. You can
no, no,
continue
no, no.
now.
That's a very good thing that you told me. So yeah, so
Yeah.
it was a great experience. So being on that side, we interacted
Hmm.
overnight with all the team members, that how we are going to channelize this, how we are going to move forward, keeping in mind the weather. See, the
Hmm.
weather is a very big factor that plays a very major role while you are climbing at
Definitely.
this 7,000 height. So we were at 4,300 meters, and the weather was really cool on that day. And
Hmm.
next day it was good to started our journey. But the one thing we kept in our mind, that we need to be well trained before starting this entire journey. So the next day, in the entire day, the Boots and Crampons team, with the Rommel leadership, we entire day we spent for the training, at Rajat. So
Hmm.
with the Sherpas, with the guides. So for the guides, they have already moved from the base camp to fix the rope the previous day, right? Since they reached the base camp. Okay,
Hmm.
so they have they
Hmm.
with the a couple of Sherpas, the guide, like the names Dorje and Parshamba, that I told the name of these people. So with the Sherpas team, they moved on for fixing the rope for camp 1, camp 2, camp 3, right? Okay. So they moved
Hmm.
from the base camp to camp 1. Okay. And we have wished them best of luck. And for that entire day, that is day 6, I'm talking about, Rajat. So entire day 6, we
Hmm.
cross trained ourselves. We went to certain height, like we were at 4,300 meters, so we went to kind of 48 or 49 or 5,000, right? Okay. So we trained ourselves on the rocks, and the entire team of Sherpa had helped us out to get trained ourselves. So we were used to, we get used to that crampons. See, it was for me. It was
Hmm. Hmm.
the first time. The second time I'm wearing the crampons. First time I wear in UT Kangri, Rajat.
After you think
Yeah, yeah.
hungry. Right.
After UT Kangri, I just wear it second time. And then with the
Hmm.
long boots and all, it's really, you need to practice yourself before climbing this really, a major expedition, right? And again, I was not used to Zumar. See, I told you I'm not a
Hmm.
guy who has done BMC and AMC courses, where the people, they trained themselves with the the Zumars and the roping and all, moving
Hmm.
moving with the crampons, the heavy boots with the heavy backpacks and all these things. Yeah. So I see it was kind of a new thing for me. But again, same time, I accepted this challenge, for moving forward, to help myself to achieve this goal, right? And I
Hmm.
motivated myself inside me that yes, I can do it. Because see, uh, in my entire journey of mountains, I'm the person I motivated myself from inside only. Nobody is there to motivate you, because since if you're motivated from inside, now you can achieve anything in your life. That's what I believe, Rajat. Okay.
Definitely.
So yeah. So with all these technical gears and all, now it was kind of training period for us, for in day 6. And
Hmm.
Romil sir has told everything, that how we need to move on the Zumas, how we need to maintain the gap. Because while starting now, he told that there will be lots of crevasses. So lots of crevasses where
Hmm.
we have the gap between the glaciers and all, where you need to step on.
Hmm.
And you need to make sure you are tied up with the rope, and you are with your team, and you're following the footsteps of your leader, who is leading the
Hmm.
expedition. Okay. So all these things were told on day 6. And we have lots of practice session, and it was kind of confidence coming back to us, and we can do that. So next day we have started our journey, from day 7 to 17th, I'll tell you. So from camp 1, so we started our journey from base camp to camp 1 on the day 7. and
Hmm.
and camp 1, see, the most challenging phase of this expedition was from base camp till camp 1. I'll tell you, it was
Okay.
really it
Huh.
was really it was really a kind of challenging situation and dangerous, because we had a couple of avalanches. we faced a couple of
mm,
avalanches, and we have crevasses, lots of crevasses that we need to cross from
mm,
base camp to camp one. Okay, and then again, the rope the major, I'll tell you one thing, Rajat. What I observe is the rope fixing done by the uh, experienced guides and the Sherpas. It was really amazing,
mm,
because
mm,
the rope is the only thing where you can put your zumar in and you can move forward, and you can have your confidence that you can move forward to the mountains, right? And rope
mm,
fixing was
mm,
really amazing to see that uh, such kind of rope fixing was done that we can achieve our goal very easily, Rajat, and that too with
mm,
the leader like Romil. Romil sir has really inspired us, each and every team member. He was really with us for each and every team member. Every time he was guiding us that how we need to move forward. So the entire journey for camp, from base camp to camp one, facing the crevasses, the avalanches and all, we reached to the camp one, and overnight we stayed to the camp one, and I still remember in the camp one we stayed for 2 days, Rajat, because again,
okay.
due to this weather, there was snowfall. Again,
Mm,
the temperature dipped to -4, -8, -10 also, in the camp one.
mm,
And the arrangements, again, the arrangement from the boots and crampons team, the camping, the proper camping, the tenting, the beddings and all was really amazing to see that, because at -8 degrees, 10 degrees in the night, you need to have very good beddings, you need to have the sleeping bags, the proper sleeping bags, and you need to have, plus
mm,
point is that you need to have very good food. And we had the Sherpas, and we have, see, cook was there till base camp, and
mm,
after that base camp there was only Sherpas who were preparing the food for us. And
mm,
they have also prepared amazing food till base camp, till camp one, right? And then after waiting for one day, it got, you see, due to weather, it got, we have to stop in camp one. Then we started our journey from camp one to camp two, Rajat. So from
mm,
camp one to camp two, again, it was really, compared to base camp to camp one, again a challenging, see, when you're moving from camp one to camp two, from certain height,
mm,
from, see, camp one is at 5,300 meters. Base camp was at
right.
4,300 meters. From 4,300, we moved to 5,300 meters. So we stayed for 1.5, 2 days in 5,300 meters, and then we moved forward from 5,300 to 6,050, which was as camp two. Okay, so from camp one
Mm,
to camp two, so it has been said to us, once you reach the camp two, no, you can see the Mount Kun from there. Okay,
okay.
so that so that
Mm,
that was a very motivated and inspiring thing that came from the Sherpas. So they were in touch with Rommel from that that walkie-talkie. They were having the communication, right, and they told us about the weather, how is weather in camp two, because the team was
mm,
the Sherpas and the guides team was one day ahead of us, because they need to fix the rope, and they were staying
mm,
at camp two at that time. So once we started, so they were giving us the signal that you can start from camp one, weather is okay. So they were giving us the good to go to from camp one to
mm,
camp two. Okay. Then we started our journey from camp one to camp two. It was a good weather, and we made it to camp two approximately, I believe, 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the evening. We started at around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I still remember that. Okay. Again, 5 to 6 hours, 6 hours of journey, 6 to 7 hours of journey.
mm,
So camp two we reached, and we were again welcomed by Sherpas, and the guides. They really cheered us up that you have achieved something, because here on you can see the Mount Kun from there, right? So camp
mm,
two Mount Kun. Then again, uh, we stayed overnight over there in the camp. Kind of, we can see there were lots of glaciers around us. Only we can see. We were in the night we can see the Mount Kun clearly from the
mm,
campsite, right? So it was really
mm,
amazing feeling, Rajat. And then again, next day we started, from camp two to camp three. So from camp two to camp three, it's a really kind of trail, but you need
mm,
to slowly walk in on the trail of snow, packed with the snow, totally, right? Okay.
mm,
So weather was really good when we started from camp two to camp three, Rajat. And
mm,
we reached to the camp three, and from camp three you can again see, you can have the glimpse of Mount Noon, but you cannot see Mount Kun, right? Because it is on
mm,
the other side. It is on the other side, right?
right. Yeah.
So so we reached on I believe 13th 12th or 13th of August to the Camp 3, and uh, so we can feel that we can achieve our target of climbing that Mount Kun mountain on 15th of August that we have planned. We need to,
Mm.
since it was 75th India independence we were going on, so we have to flag our Indian flag over there on the Mount Kun, and
Mm.
so we were targeting that, but unfortunately, I'll tell you, on Camp 3, the weather goes very really worst on 12th of August. There were
Oh.
see, since day the all the night and day, they were snowing like anything, Rajat. Okay, on
Mm.
August 12th also, we prayed that the weather should get okay and all. Unfortunately, the whole day, 12th of August, 13th of August, the entire 2 days there was snowing like anything. And
Mm.
somehow, team was like, we have to go back. We cannot make it to the summit. See, uh, because we can see the summit from our eyes, but we cannot make it, right? We were at approximately
Mm.
6,300 meter in the in the Camp 3, Rajat. Okay, so
Mm.
it was only 700 meters that we need to achieve, right? But again,
Mm.
entire 2 days there was snowing, and it was all team leader call and Sherpas and guide call that we need to move forward to that summit point or not. Then fortunately we get a window on 14th of August. We get a window, and
Mm.
in the night at around I still remember at around 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock we started our journey for summit to the Mount Kun. I still remember that.
Mm. By window, you mean the weather was clear
Weather was
and
clear.
it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
that was really fortunate that we get that window, because we almost took that decision to go back, because we
Mm.
cannot stay. See, with the entire team, keeping in mind everyone's health and all, we cannot compromise with
Mm.
the safety. As you said, that boots and crampons is really awesome when it comes to the safety, right? But
Right.
It was Romil who has motivated the entire team that definitely, guys, we need to stay back and we can make it to the summit, and we can wait for one more day. We have the buffer day, so we already had the buffer day, right?
Mm.
So somehow,
Mm.
we took a chance for that buffer day, and Romil took the decision to see the weather with the guides, and the guides with the Sherpas and the Romil, they took the decision to took us to the summit. So we started in
Mm.
the night. I still remember at around 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock we started,
Mm.
and so every team member has one Sherpa. They have aligned every team member with one Sherpa, so that
Mm.
so they can get they can get assistance what they are looking for. You know, so and I tell you the story of Camp 3 first. Before going to that summit point, which was 700 meters away from us. You know,
Mm.
in Camp 3 for 2 days, the ration was already over. The ration was already
Mm.
over. See, we only have the soup, and the water to drink, and we have the dry fruits with us that was served by Boots and Crampons, and we have our own stuff, some stuff to eat, right? So we survived entire
Mm.
2 days on that hot water and kind of with dry fruits only, frankly speaking. So it
Oh
was,
God.
you know, so yeah, so we, if you ask me that. The water, it was kind of ice, the snow was, really hard on that day.
Mm.
And, we cannot go outside from the tent. We have to stay 2 nights in the tent only, in the tents only, For the low also, if you have to go outside now, it's a kind of very
Mm.
challenging situation for us. So we entirely survived
Mm.
those 2 days
Definitely.
on the dry fruits and hot water. Really, it was very challenging for us. But, somehow we really keep ourselves motivated. We have the good team leader, we have the good guides with us. So we started our journey in the night at around 1 o'clock towards the summit, and we have one Sherpa with every team member,
Mm.
and the guides have aligned accordingly, right? Okay, and I still remember in the morning we submitted around. In the afternoon at around 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, we submitted Mount Kun, and right, and
Mm.
with the entire team, and we raise our national flag, our country flag over there with the entire team, and it was really uh, a very very big achievement for the entire Boots and Crampons team, and that all the team members, that we are able to make it to the summit that was at 7,000 meters, right? Some of our team members went ahead to our first. They went till 7077, which was approximately 77 meters ahead of us. But but they came back with the guides, and they came back before us. But we with the Rommel, with couple of guides and couple of Sherpas, we stayed there. We have clicked lots of pictures. We stayed there for approximately 10 to 15 minutes, because it was instructed by the guides that we cannot stay because due to weather and all, right?
Yeah.
And we came
Right.
back,
Right. Right.
and we came back. We started, our journey at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon to get down via ropes and all. And uh, see, while getting down, lots of challenges we face. Again, the weather got worst. We have the snowfall on the way. During while climbing on the rope now, so we cannot see the crevasses. While you are getting down now, you cannot see crevasses on the back, right? So you need you need to make your decision where you are landing, your foot is landing and all, right? So and with the snowfall on your head, and the rope on your hand, and you're landing down, you're putting your feet, you never know. Just hold on. So you never know that that you will land in the crevasse, or you will land on the snow, or you land on the ground, right? So it was a very challenging thing.
Right.
But I was very fortunate to get a guidance from named Torje. That was our guide, Rajat, and he guided me a lot to how to get down from top to the ground level, to the camp 3, right? And he was there with me getting down in the entire journey, and he taught me a lot, that how we need to get down on that way. And the team, see, Rommel and the team reached before us. Me and there was one more army officer. Her name is Pooja ma'am, and he was he she was with me in the entire journey when we started from the till to the summit point, and we came back. I'm really thankful to her, because she has inspired me a lot during UT Kangri. We did UT Kangri Mount Everest base camp together, and this was the third expedition we did together, right? And we are really planning for future expedition also. So we came back from summiting, and it was really, people were really really pumped up that we have submitted on that day. We came back, we stayed overnight in camp 3. Then we decided to get down next day early morning at around 6 o'clock or 6:30 from camp 3 directly to the base camp. So because they were not planning to be stayed in the camp 1, because due to weather and all, we have to take decision that from camp 3, because again we have utilized the buffer day, right? So utilizing the buffer day, we started our journey from camp 3 to base camp. And once we reach the base camp now, you I cannot imagine that how we have been treated. It was really a very warm welcome from the Sherpas. They were clapping, they were really, patting our backs, backs. They were really, cheering up that you have made to the summit and all. They were really, and they really on that day, on that night, they really, served us very good and delicious food. And it was really, good to see these people, see they are coming from certain backgrounds and all. Yeah, they are really helping people to climb to make it to the summit. Rajat, frankly speaking, it was really good to see these people. They really take care of each and every team member. So I'm not talking about only the safety of the boots and crampons. About the Sherpas, about the guides, about the pottlers, each and every team member, including the team leader. They really take care of us very well. I am really, impressed, and really, hats off to the entire boots and crampons team. They always, they always, they always make sure that we have the safety with us. Every team member reach home safely. They make it to the summit very safely. They have, they have very good food. They stayed, and they enjoy the summit, right? So all these things, So then we started moving from base camp to again to Shafat. Then again our journey ends on, I believe, 18th or 19th of August. We heading towards Shafat from Kargil, then Kargil to again Leh. So we stayed at Leh, then our journey there stopped there, and we, it was really kind of very heart-touching goodbyes to each and every one of the team members, that we are heading towards our hometowns. And it's a great achievement for entire Boots and Crampons team. We have we have got the chance to cheer it up, and it's a great honor. I believe, Rajat, that
Mm,
I'm associated with the Boots and Crampons team. I learned a lot during my entire journey. So this is all about Mount Kun, Rajat, and what do I say? Because I did UT Kangadi with Boots and Crampons. I did Mount Everest Base Camp with Boots and Crampons. Now this was the third expedition I did with Boots and Crampons. Now I am planning to have planning to do Mananslu, which is at 8,000
mm,
meters. I believe
mm,
I'll be doing with again uh, with my good friend, Army Officer Pooja ma'am, uh, who has always inspired me. Right, she was with me in entire three expeditions. So
mm.
we are planned that we will do this expedition, this Manansul expedition together, and thereon we are planned to do Mount Everest summit in 2024. That's what we have planned it out,
Mm.
again with boots and
Awesome.
crampons only. There's no other.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Where are you gonna go? You're gonna go with us only. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah, only from what I could hear from you, that was truly a magnificent experience. And I can only imagine what all you had gone through.
Yeah.
Okay, so could you please throw some more light on how you prepared for it physically? As you said that yoga helped you a lot in terms of preparing for this expedition, but there must have been some other exercises as well, right? Some cardio or some core exercises that you may have done. So that would really help those who have been planning such an expedition for near future.
Yeah, definitely. So as far as my experience is concerned, my opinion, see, in my opinion, I'll tell you, Rajat, one should do
Hmm.
cardio, see, daily, daily 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers of running will help them out, to
Hmm.
build their, immunity, uh, and build their stamina, build their energy, all these things, apart from cardio, they need to focus on the strength training. They can carry a little bit of weight on the back while running, at least 5 kgs, uh, and then slowly and gradually they can increase from 5 kgs to 6 kgs, then again 7 kgs, then 10 kgs, like that. But they need to keep running on carrying on weight. And then they need to increase the distance, Rajat, like starting from 5 to 2 kilometers, then 5 kilometers, then 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers, then again 20 kilometers. Like this, they can they can plan their cardio exercises. Apart from cardio, they can always focus on yoga exercises. I'll tell you why. Because yoga has really helped me to achieve this goal. you know I have I have not faced even a single challenge, because most of the people, see, there was one more guy who was from a different team. I still remember that, Rajat, and he really faced the breathing problem while he was in camp 3, right? So see, yoga really help you out for these breathing problems and all, really. So you need to have the yoga sessions regularly on day-to-day basis. And and apart from cardio, you need to have yoga, and you need to have the strength exercise. You can go with what would I say, the sports activities. You can play badminton, you can play any sport that you like to play, right? And you can go for swimming also. Swimming is what really help in breathing also, right? Okay. So all these activities that you do now, it will really help you to achieve this goal. So I'll guide people that who are aiming for this 7,000s and all. They need to start preparing 6 months, at least minimum 6 months. But entire 1 year will be good to get start with 7,000 expedition. But minimum 6 months, you need to prepare for this expedition, because 7,000 is not a joke. Frankly speaking, it's a really challenging expedition. You need to focus on that. And without training, without having proper training for this expedition, you cannot achieve this goal, Rajat. That's what I believe.
Uh, Sorry. Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that. Um, okay, then. Um, I think we should end this session now because I have taken too much of your time, and you have really been very generous with me and with the audience here, sharing your experiences in the best possible manner. I have had live sessions with a lot of people, but this was, to be honest, my most favorite one till now. Because
Thank
I honestly, I felt like I was talking to a friend of mine who was just sharing his experiences with me, and that helped me learn a lot about this climb. And I really believe that all those who have been, watching our conversation, are feeling the same way,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. It
Um,
was
yeah.
pleasure talking to you, Rajat. And I'm really thankful to you and Boots and Crampons team for organizing this session. And I really feel honored. See, I believe these kind of live interaction needs to be scheduled
Mm,
on frequently basis because it's really keep you motivated, right? It really keep you going always to achieve more in your life, right? And I'm really thankful to you, Rajat, especially you conducted this session, and I'm really thankful to entire Boots and Crampons team, who had faith in me always since I started expedition with them, right? Starting from the Mount Everest base camp till Mount Kun. And I'm looking forward for
mm,
more major challenges with Boots and Crampons team only, right? Because I cannot go anywhere. See, it's a kind of home. It's kind of family, right? Boots
uh,
and Crampons
you're
is a
stuck with us now.
yeah, it's a family for me, Rajat. So I really salute all the team members from my side, especially the team leader Romil and Bharat. They have really inspired me a lot, and to you also, Rajat. I'm really thankful to you
Thank,
for
thank you
arranging
so
this
much.
session.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you, Rajat. Yeah.